One was because like it was like SmashCon 2022, or not finals, but it was Gluto versus Onin, and there was like a situation where Onin just kept side being repeatedly over getting the spike, Gluto like punishing it, but it still worked out in the end because Onin knows minecart is strong, and they just minecarded because it was strong. Yeah, that's gonna be Omnic Bob moving on to 1 to play Quasi next. But up now we have Undeadbraindead versus Jukain in Belmont Peach, which is a matchup I surprisingly know a little bit too much about. And it's hard for it is actually a surprisingly hard matchup for Belmont, which feels kind of weird because he's one of those mid-tier range projectile characters which a lot of Peaches can struggle with. And he is on a heavier side. The main issue is he really only has one good out of shield option in up B, and even then, Peach's aerials are pretty safe to, to bait it out. They also have a decent enough air movement. Yep, there we go. You press that up B, and you got punished for it because they were able to air dodge after.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, and now you're about to eat a Peach combo. Congratulations, you're at 48%. Oh my goodness, I forgot how much forward air does. It's been a while since I've seen.
You're getting hit by like solid
Peach.
gold, right? Like that's
yeah, I mean, I guess.
Bit.
Yeah, and she's like whacking you upside the head with it. That's got to do like extra damage because it's a headshot.
Oh, of course. And that's going straight to your skull. Yeah, we're seeing here. A lot of Belmont players are well aware that their main and only out of shield option is going to be that up B, and they want to use it. And a lot of players also realize though that a lot of Belmont players want to use it. So if you can find a way to bait it out, that's a free punish each and every time.
And we're seeing Unbraindead just like unable to find himself like a spot to land on the stage as he comes back down and immediately he dies where it struggles.
And there's you're able to make it out there despite missing the up B. You got away relatively scot-free. I'm gonna take about 12% for it. And this is where Belmont really has to make the most out of like these situations, is when you can force Peach when they only have like one jump, or not when they have one jump, when they're able to punish them for using their jump too early or using float too early, because you're not finding many chances to get a raw hit on Peach due to their movement that they have with that float and their general movement speed. Belmont's main thing, ledge trapping. What happens when they avoid ledge,
Exactly. And it's like, all of a sudden your highest power is taken away and you're like, I guess I'll do a B out of shield. But ledge trapping finally able to show its face. Unable to get the kill, however.
Now we're back to a
try one more time.
Yeah. But yeah, like even there, you got sent back onto the middle of the stage, and just because of the trickiness of Peach and like the Peach float, you avoided probably a move that would at the very minimum send you back to the ledge, if not kill. Probably actually wouldn't have killed it. It's Belmont after all.
Yeah, very, and we're seeing still not even an F coming close to killing it, but
there it
finally
is.
on the ledge.
200%.
Very average Belmont stuff.
Yeah, unless you can find those really early stocks. Most of the time you see a lot of like the holy waters and the S smashes, because that has become pretty easy to SCI. A lot of Belmont players have moved to using up smash instead. Just dash up smash. But if you can't get those, or there's water F tilts at ledge, it's going to be hard to get those stocks. And you're at 153, which is nice. You're living for a bit. You do have rage, so if you can find those situations where you can get an early like strong kill move, that's going to be great. However, you're also really prone to die to random moves now, because Peach loves throwing out random kill moves.
Yeah, and then, by the way, all of them are like extremely fast, as dash attack just barely doesn't kill him. Brain did it at 133 with a second dash attack, and that'll do the job.
Yeah, and this should be an F tilt. Not what I was thinking, but getting 10% on the board.
Exactly, big 10%, and Undeadbraindead has freaking right where he wants them. Fortunately, that spot isn't one that you can hold very long against Peach.
So one thing that we weren't going to see it then because of how early Peach was, or early at 110, is a lot of Belmont players will wait until like a middle stock or a little bit later to go for a dash grab to get an F throw off the ledge. So that is their main kill throw. And if you can condition Peaches to, or any character honestly, if you can condition any player to neutral get up to time the time the holy water or avoid the holy water F smash and force them to shield, you can just do a dash up grab, which can take the stocks at like just mid-percent if you aren't able to get those holy water F tilts. But for Undeadbraindead, that seems to be the only thing you can get right now to find stocks.
Yeah, actually, you know, he's working on the old bread and butter. It's the old grind. It's not pretty, but it's working so far. He's got 100%. Still has some way to climb before he can find himself a kill.
And just getting a side B, actually being able to get over that cross. The one thing that I will say that like Peach like doesn't necessarily have that's going to be super in this matchup is you're actually not amazing at getting an edge guard on Belmont, just due to the fact that most of the time you see a lot of characters will just go for like a run off nair. But Peach does have like that really long lasting fair shouldn't kill there. The main issue is with you're so floaty that like, a lot of the times you see those characters have like a fast fall type. Have fast falls that can linger for a bit and actually swat Belmont out of the air, and Peach does not have that. So you're most time gonna be able to make it back to the ledge for free, just getting off of it and avoiding a strong attack that will send you across the stage at 193.
And that's the tail of game one, Jukain, able to take game one on PS2, and it didn't seem like it was a matter of him just ensuring that he kept that space and just keeping the lead that he had, because that Belmont matchup kind of is not looking too great for Undeadbraindead.
Yeah, you're just not able to. It's so hard for you to find early stocks. Like Belmont can take early stocks. Most of the time they won't though. On Daisy and Peach, it's pretty practically impossible just due to the ways you can get early stocks as Belmont. Peach and Daisy just don't give you that opportunity.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be, both these characters are going to live to high percents. The main issue is Belmont isn't going to be able to take the stock first most of the time.
Yeah, but he got a little bit of percent already off. Hasn't been touched at all, as I just cursed him. But still a big lead for Undeadbraindead, and has Jukain at this ledge.
Yeah.
Great CI by Jukain though to get off and to get out of that holy water.
And actually, once again, baiting out that up B, but not going to be able to get anything off. And that holy fire there, messing up the punish attempt on the air dodge. I'm surprised we didn't see some sort of like either up air or up B from Undeadbraindead, but although you don't want to be caught using that super high up, especially when Jukain can just react and air dodge, you know. But it would be,
yeah, exactly.
It wouldn't be the worst idea to throw out something that can work right then. Because you could save it. Falling up air is so weak. That's like the issue with like the Belmont whips, is that like either you get the sweet spot, which you grab ledge. You get the sweet spot, which is really strong. There's the uppy. There's the uppy.
Yes, it's finally showed its face. But you gotta kill. He's you know, usually commentating in Alabama, so I'm used to seeing the likes of our Mississippi Belmonts that always come through. So
through the Yosef?
That downer, yeah, Yosefu, and his, yeah, he's like a down there upbeat maniac. That guy will like just press that button.
Oh yeah, I got Squid Plumber here, so well aware of these shenanigans.
Oh, good reflect by Jukain. A little sneaky.
I do like a down air attempt from Undeadbraindead there. We've seen Belmonts recently start using it a lot more at the ledge. If you're caught like in a ledge jump situation, and you're able to just do a jump from ledge, you can do a jump down air, and it should catch any drop from ledge option to actually get the spike to box for the first time ever. But that's gonna be enough to take the stock for Jukain, and we talked about how hard it is for Belmont to get a lead in this one, to even find a situation to give himself the lead. So the fact that Undeadbraindead was able to do that, but also get 100% extra credit before he lost his stock. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's really great, especially we've seen how fast Jukain can take Undeadbraindead stocks. And at this point, he's just trying to make sure he can maintain that lead, keeping him out. And this is like more Undeadbraindead's pace right here. He's keeping Jukain out, throwing the projectiles, and if he dare approaches him, he up-Bs.
Yeah, and this is the exact pace you want to play as a Belmont, is making them play your pace.
Exactly.
Because when you're forced to play from behind, you struggle with those approach options. Your character is not good at approaching. But if you can force them to try to get in on like your army, your whips and projectiles, it's going to be hard. Like we're seeing it here. You get out of pressure, you down tilted pass, and then what's teaching you? That character doesn't have that initial movement speed to. Oh my god. Doesn't have the initial movement speed to punish that down tilt.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess it's just like it's more like a nobody wins sort of situation, except for Unbraindead it is off ledge. But you know, when has that ever stopped anybody?
Yeah.
It's got Jukain still off the ledge. On his last stock here, as Unbraindead is trying to make sure that that's the last space that he holds. Will not be, however.
You're trying to catch a potential jump from ledge there. Good grab. Shouldn't take it, but you're resetting that situation.
Yeah, it's the last space that he wanted to be at. Finally makes it back on just to get thrown off again. So we'll reset on different sides.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of Belmonts utilizing flanking in the last 2 years. It does have its strengths. It's still at the end of the day kind of reactable. The main issue here is what do you do when you finally get back on the stage and they don't fall for any? That's not going to take it. And you don't fall for any.
It was like really close.
That up B, okay, that up B, I don't think that was good to be honest, because that up B shouldn't be killing until like...
Yeah, especially that low.
Yeah, because that move is not good at killing vertically. That is a horizontal kill move, surprisingly. You're more likely to die off the side at a high percent than off the top.
That's crazy.
Just because it was correct DI.
Yeah, but
yeah,
Unbraindead is going to try it again, and yeah, even at 184, not even close.
Like maybe if you're up there on the platform, but right there from the base stage, you're not. But this is so like difficult to do. To get out of the situation here. I wonder if I talked about the F tilt earlier. He's not going to need it there, just going to get the F tilt off the ledge. But yeah. we were seeing these struggles that a character like Peach has, and why they most of the time tend to avoid going to the ledge. Because when you get stuck on that ledge in the first place, it's hard to get back off of it. So you know, if you can avoid it, you will.
And we're seeing, I believe, oh yeah, this was replay of that previous stock. Unbraindead unable to get himself back on with that Holy Cross. But yeah, this is just, you know, when you get stuck here, it's just, he just kind of pops the Holy Water, and I believe Jukain just kind of held on the ledge a little bit too long. Got ate up by it.
And we're going to go to Battlefield, which is a bit weird. It's a stage I think a lot of people think it's good to avoid a lot of Belmont stuff, but it's honestly not. It's actually a pretty decent stage for Belmont, because actually getting through the projectiles with those platforms is kind of hard. Plus up B becomes a notably better option, because you get you land on the platform. You're actually at the perfect height. Those Battlefield platforms are the perfect height for you to up B onto. And it allows you to, you know, land safely up there. So, I mean, how do you punish that with Peach? You're not a fast character to get up there. You just have a slow. You're just kind of slow, is all. And getting in on Belmont on this stage is going to be really complicated. Plus, additionally, both characters will die off the top later. Although it hasn't really been a. Honestly, if you're Peach, you've been killing Belmont off the top more so than he's been killing you off the top. This is what it felt
And
like.
we almost saw that same thing happen right there with that down air OP. But yeah, this stage pick definitely adds a lot of verticality for Undeadbraindead. Gives him a lot more space to work with.
Yep, and there it is, the up B straight to the platform.
Yep, and it's all safe. Because how is Jukain gonna punish that?
You're not. That's the fun part. But now we're back to the ledge trap situation here. If you're Jukain, you have to find your combo, like a combo move right now. Like even if it's just a simple like turn up into anything, because these loose hits are just scaling your actual kill moves, and with the weight of Belmont, it's gonna be hard to get like an actual situation. There's the up smash.
Ooh, yeah, just barely misspaces it. And we're seeing like Jukain, he's getting those like one-time hits, and then we'll see him like also pull stitches and just kind of toss him away to the wayside.
Yeah, and there's that backer. It's so hard to actually land on the stage against all the projectiles that Belmont can throw out here. You're able to get the perfect landing there to get the shield out in time. Yeah, and there you just air dodge safely to that platform.
Yup, and then nothing Jukain can do about it. He can't even get anything started, especially since Undeadbraindead is like allergic to the middle of battlefield, as it seems.
You're not.
Unless it's a top platform, of course.
If you're Belmont, you are perfectly good being able to camp under the side platforms. Those are like the best heights for you to avoid good approaches, and it's the perfect height for you to also throw out your projectiles. And because why bother going to anything else? Going directly under the middle platform. That's just empty space for you to get hit.
Yeah, it's like empty space, and you don't have a combo. You don't have a platform to like DI to when you're getting comboed. It's just like why even be there? That's where Peach wants me to be.
And you're gonna get a grab there, and I don't think Jukain was ready for that DI there. I know a lot of people will DI out there just because of the it's
survival combo.
Yeah, survival combo DI. But Undeadbraindead was getting out of that situation relatively scot-free. But now look at this.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to find a way to get back under these platforms, because if you're out in the open, well, that's a huge damage chance for Jukain.
Yeah, Jukain still unable to find himself any like super crazy openings. He's finally back in the middle of the stage, and still only getting those like little straight hits, occasional back airs, the fair coming out there, and that'll put Undeadbraindead in a rough spot for a little bit. But Undeadbraindead just kind of dancing around him, perfectly safe at 123 and moving with grace.
Yeah, getting off the ledge against Peach might as well be like an Olympic task at this point.
Actually.
Because it's hard, and Belmont's not a character who, besides like the ledge flanking, even that ledge flanking isn't good at getting off the ledge. It's just good for mixing up your options. Because at the end of the day, you're still going back to the ledge, right? And
exactly.
Where we did see the active take that stock, and even if you didn't want that as your king, you probably could have lived for a bit longer. You got some extra credit, and that is better than nothing at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Jukain, once he gets a lead, it's in better situations he's been able to hold it, but Undeadbraindead are making sure that that lead is not only gone, but starting to run in his favor.
Yeah, when then you got hit onto the ledge, and then each time I feel like you're trying to get off of it, you just couldn't, and then where are you landing after that? Because every time you felt like you landed on that side platform, bam, got hit off of it. And then finally being able to like just get past it with Undeadbraindead missing one move and then just DIing or just going back to neutral after that.
Yeah, we saw Jukain had Undeadbraindead had that missed tech on the platform. He'll continue the advantage there, however. He's got him on the ledge with the turnip. And here it is, the patented Peach ledge play. But Undeadbraindead is able to make his way out of it.
Ren for the read there, not gonna get it. That could have been a bigger punish. That could have been something big. Got caught the lag there. And yeah, we're just gonna see this back there repeat coming out from Undeadbraindead.
Yeah, make sure that
you got the sour spot. You called it out. You called it the neutral get up. There it is. Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Alright, mixing it up. Also, I just want to when those replays come up, I just want to note something. But then Jukain which is you knew your kill move there, which was gonna be Bear. Your kill move there was always gonna be Bear, no matter the situation. Belmont's jump from ledge is not particularly great. Your roll, guess what? He can react to it with the with float. If he neutral gets, you can react to it with float. Get up attack, react to it with float. It really was just the cover all option there. You can maybe drop down and try to find like a fair or something off the ledge, but like a drop down jump fair. Yeah, you got called out there with the jump. But everything, all the roads there were leading to a back air finish from Jukain. If it was just mostly, can you actually like hit it right? Because if you like, it's just an execution test at that point. It's not even really an execution test. It's just more of a patience game at that there.
And yeah, evidently Jukain won the test of patience because he had basically all the cards in his hand. Yeah,
and I will say, even with we were seeing why this matchup is so poor at times for Belmont. Undeadbraindead made it. I mean, that game 1 we were really seeing it, but in the game 2 and 3, we're really polishing up a lot of those potential weaknesses. And even if they were still there, I would say he was really good at preventing Jukain from really from punishing it. But also that pick in game 3, even if Jukain was one who took Undeadbraindead to the battlefield, was really covering up some of those mistakes or some of those potential weaknesses.
I'm surprised that Jukain ended up running back to Battlefield because it was it really, especially since Undeadbraindead it was allergic to the middle of the stage, it just didn't work out for him. All the space that was great for Peach, we never saw Undeadbraindead in, unless he was dancing around right there in that replay.
Yeah. I just want to know, Jukain, why are you holding controllers so high up there, right?
Wait, I've never even seen this. He's got it all the way up.
It's up there. I mean, hey, if that's what you need to be able to, if that's what you need to in those moments where you need to lock in, and you need and that's what you need to get that bear to kill or get your kill move. Hey, who am I to judge, right?
Exactly. If it works out, it's like the Xbox stand. Everybody talked about him, and then he won Evo. So
just standing up the whole time for it, dude. That was actually. It's so fun just seeing the little quirks that a lot of players will have in those close situations, because obviously the HBox stand is comedic. The Jukain controller hold is pretty funny.